Hi friends, so today for seasonal crafts we're making a little apple out of a toilet paper tube and some strips of red paper, and we also in your bag you are going to have some green and some brown paper. So let's get started. The tools that we're going to need to help make this for sure today is an easy one. It's going to be a not very messy one. It's just going to be tape today. Well, it's so simple. It's just going to be tape. Now this can be just a little bit frustrating because you're just like, oh, there's lots of things to do with this. But just take a deep breath, smell the birthday cake, blow out the candles. If you feel frustrated with this craft, you just put it down for a little bit. And then you come back and visit it again, and maybe we'll figure it out. I don't think it's as hard as we think it might be. But let me just show you what I'm talking about instead of jibber-jabbing about it. So what I'm going to do, friends, is I'm going to take... and we'll stick with, I have 6 strips, but let's start out with 5. We're just gonna take one strip and we're just gonna feed it through our toilet paper tube, just like that. And then we're gonna take a piece of tape and we're gonna tape the strip together. Now you can use your glue stick if you want, but I just really felt like tape was a little bit easier for this, So I taped it almost like, so I made a loop, right? I just made a little loop, easy peasy. And then I'm just gonna twist so my tape is on the inside. Now, I want room to be able to do, because we're gonna do this 5 times. So I'm gonna take my little thumb and push this up and pinch it down just a little bit. Pinch it down just a little. And then that's gonna be the start of our apple. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Push this down and pinch it just a little. So if we look inside, it's a little bit flatter. Okie doke, all right? We're gonna do that again with another strip of paper. Bring it, loop it through, tape it up. Slide it around so the tape is on the inside so we don't see the tape. Take my little thumb, push it, and fold it. Push it, and fold it. There we go. There we go. So far, that's what the 2 strips, right? Looks like half of an apple. So let's do a few more, shall we? Let's add strip number 3 in through the tube, taping it up. Rolling it in, pushing and folding. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Oh, it's starting to get a little fatter. Now we can start, friends, we can start kind of moving them around closer together. And you might want to overlap just a little bit. So you can see how that goes. Overlap 1, overlap 2. Because here we are. There is half of our round, juicy, delicious apple. We got a few more to do here, love bugs. So I made these apples red, but I'll tell you a little secret. I like red apples to eat, but my favorite, I love yellow delicious apples. Golden delicious, I think they're called golden delicious. And I really like green Granny Smith. I love those. Love those, they're kind of tart. And then, have you friends ever made homemade applesauce? Oh my goodness, so fun. If you have look at that, that's 4. If you have a, what is that called? Oh, a crock pot. So easy to make crock pot applesauce, especially if you are a friend that's gonna go to the orchards and get extra apples. So good. So yummy with some cinnamon. Oh, and it slow cooks. We used to make applesauce at preschool all the time, and we made it in summer camp once, which was a lot of fun. The kids were very surprised that you can make applesauce. I'm like, how do you think you get applesauce? Someone has to make it. So let me slide this in here. It gets a little trickier when you get more strips of paper. So let's see what this looks like. I gave you 6 strips of paper, but this is with 5. I think that looks pretty good. Don't you think? If you want to add the last one, I think I'm just going to keep my apple with 5 strips of paper. So our apple needs a stem. And I gave you some brown paper. And now, here's what's great about this. We don't have to cut it or anything. We're gonna roll it. We're gonna roll it. And it kind of looks like a cinnamon stick. So I'm just rolling it up. Kind of looks like a cinnamon stick. And then we can put a little piece of tape on it if we want to keep it fastened together so it doesn't unroll. And it just sits right down in your apple. Now this is a very long stem, isn't it? So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna trim it up. I'm gonna trim it. I'm gonna give a little cut. There we go. And then stick it down in there. And then we can add some tape and we can tape it inside the tube. I think that's what I'll do. Now taping inside the tube is tricky, so you might want to get a grown-up for this one, love bugs. And I think I got too big of a piece of tape. Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So there you go. So there is the stem. And then we've got some green paper. And I'm gonna just cut out some leaves. So you can draw some leaves. I kind of like freestyle it. And I cut out some leaves and they're kind of an ovally shape with a point at the end. And what's cool about the leaves, friends, is, so here's my leaf shape. So what's cool about this, I folded it in half. I have like 2 of them here and they're still stuck together. One end can just go right down into the apple and just sit in there. Boom. There you go. There is our apple. And here's the one with 6. So you can see it's a little bit fuller. It's a little bit fuller. But how fun are these? How cute. Just sit up on your windowsill. Or on a table for decorations for the fall. Or, no, don't take a bite of it. There you go, lovies. Have fun with that. See you later.